So, how was your break kanina? At least I was able to have a break. And now, let's continue on with the journey. So, we still got lots more to do today in our Stats and Probs project. Because ngayon, we are gonna do item number 3, 4, and 5. Are you ready? Let's go! Before that, I want to show you something. Diba, remember sabi ko kanina, I told you to make a histogram. You wanna see my histogram? Ito yung first histogram ko. Saan yun? Sa item number 1. So, diba remember, itong mga numbers na nakita mo dito, they pertain to the number of dots that you see. And then the number that you see up there pertains to the probability. So, this is the histogram that follows in item number 1. To do the histogram, ganito yung mangyayari. First, click on the highlight the numbers in the probability item, and then I'll show you later how to do it, okay? Even this one, this is another histogram that I made for item number 2 tungkol sa mga sales. Okay? So now we've already made 2 histograms so far. Now let's go to item number 3. Okay? Here's the concept. Ang tanong dito, sabi dito, inside the box, there are colorful marbles inside it. Baby Wesley is going to select 5 marbles from the box. Let the random variable W represent the number of red marbles that he got. So, ganito yung criteria. Si Baby Wesley, di ba remember, there are marbles inside the box. So, Baby Wesley is going to choose 5 marbles and the satisfaction that he wants to get are the red ones. So, how many red marbles are there? So, we have the color. There are 6 colors, like the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And then the frequency pertains to the how many times that how many marbles of that color are depicted. Like there are 4 red, 5 orange, 7 na yellow, 3 green, 3 blue, at 8 violet. Okay? Now, we let the random variable W represent the number of red marbles that he got. So the probability that satisfies him is the red. So now all we have to do is to compose the probability distribution table. So how many red marbles can he get out of the 5? Only 4. Ito yung mangyayari. So sometimes the sample space can be, he can get either, di ba remember when he selected 5 marbles, pwede siya makuha ng 2 green, 2 yellow, at 1 violet. So no red. Or pwede naman siya, kuha siya ng 1 red. So 1 red and then 1 orange, yellow, green, blue. Tama. Or pwede siya kukuha ng ng 2 red. So 2 reds, 1 violet, and 1 blue and 1 green. Or 3 red, then other 2 colors. Or pwede lahat yung mga red marbles ay nandyan, then 1 other color of choice. Whatever he gets. Diba? So now let's compose the probability distribution table. So ganito kasi yun. Diba remember, this is the random variable W. So it's either Wesley gets 0 of them, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Bakit walang 5? Diba normally dapat there are 5? Eh kasi nga, walang 5th red marble. So the maximum number of red marbles that Wesley can get is 4. Okay? So there are only 4 red marbles that Wesley can get. 4 lang. And then here, all we have to put is the total. Now, here's the probability. To get the probability, we apply the combine. Diba remember yung combine? Ilang yung mga marbles dyan? Diba remember the combination of the success? Remember the formula, probability, combination probability? Combine of success times combine of failure divided by the number of possible outcomes or combine of the total. Diba? So, the combine of success is, ilan yung mga red marbles? So, 4. 4C0 times combine, ilan yung mga ibang colors? The other colors are, we have, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. So, 5 plus 7 is 12, 15, 18, 26. So, 8 plus 7 is 15. Tama, 26. So, 26. 26, C4. Diba? 5 pala. And then, divide by, combine the sum, which is 30, because there are 30 marbles all in all, C5. And then, what answer do you get? Yan, that's the probability, diba? 46.95. And then what you always put there, this one, this thing. And then we drag this up all together para we can already solve for the rest without typing the same formula. Pero we need to fix something. Diba, remember this is 1. So if this is 1, this should be 4 of the other colors. If this is 2, then this should be 3. Diba? Kailangan mag-sum up. If this is 3, then this should be 2 na lang. And then if this is 4, isa na lang. Then we need to sum everything up to ensure that we get the answer of 1. If we get the answer of 1, therefore, this is confirmed that it is a probability distribution table. So we sum everything up and then we got 1. Correct! So that is the outcome, diba? Now let's put this in 2 decimal places, okay? Well, let's make it in decimal na lang. Okay? So yan. That is the total that you're going to get. Now let's see if we can sum everything up. Diba, remember there are 4 red marbles? Ilan yung mga orange marbles? 5 plus 7 plus 3 plus 3 plus 8. Did we get 30? Oh, come on. That's supposed to be sum. Yan, 30. That's supposed to be the right answer. Okay? Now, once we've already solved for the probabilities, it's now time to solve for the mean. So, to solve for the mean, what did I tell you about the formula? I-multiply na namin. So, the random variable x times the probability. And then, do sum of everything up to get the mean. Diba? So, the mean is, what is the mean? The mean is 0.66667. So, that is the mean of your distribution. Now, to get the variance, ang kailangan namin sa variance, you already know the 3 steps. Let's see if you still remember. So, ang variance nito ay this one, the random variable x, minus the mean. Diba? Pero we need to put a lock sign because, yun nga, we need to lock. And then, we drag it down on everything. Move everything, para what you hold is we can get everything done. Para hindi tayo magta-type ng same formula. Then, from there, whatever answer we get, we square it. Very good. Kailangan tayo mag-square. And then, we bring everything up. Very good. Just like that. And then, from there, whatever answer we get here, we multiply it by the probability again. Then, we drag it up. Drag it like this. So that we can get the variance. Then, we sum everything up. That is how you get the variance, diba? Yun ang formula. So, the variance is 0.49. Then, to take the standard deviation, we take the square root of our variance, and this should be the answer. The standard deviation is 0.705. So, yun lang. So, that's it. Now, you already know how this probability distribution table is meant to be done. Alright? Now, after that, I will show you how we're going to make the histogram. Diba, remember sabi ko dito, kailangan tayo magawa ng histogram para to ensure that we get the right answer in the stats and probs formula. Wait lang, ayan. So, here we are. Diba, remember this is our variance, standard deviation, mean. Okay? Now, to make the histogram, ganito yung mangyayari. You need to get, diba remember, i-highlight mo lahat yung data. Highlight all the data that you want to highlight. Like this, diba? I-highlight mo lahat. And then from there, all you have to do is to click on insert and then chart. Then choose the chart that you want to input, diba? Let's say, for example, you want a chart that looks like this, diba? Pero, and then from there, select data. Then you can change your data, diba? Then you can change your data. The axis label range should be this one, diba? Yun. And that's it, diba? So that's how you make your histogram. So as you can see, getting no red marbles will be a big chance. Even getting 1 as well. Pero getting 2 can be a minor chance. And then getting 3 red marbles will be a minor chance. Even getting all 4 red marbles will be a sophisticated chance. So this one represents the probabilities. This one represents the number of red marbles that baby Wesley will get. So this is item 4-3 histogram. Alright? Now we color up all the lines to make it even more colorful. Just like that. And that's how we make the histogram. Yun lang. So now we're already in number 4-4. Hans Nyo is working on a school survey project. He is going to interview 10 students from the high school section. Yan, so si Hans, he's gonna survey 10 random high school students from different grade levels. So let the random variable h, among all the high school students that you see in the population, he's going to interview 10 of them. So let the random variable h represent the number of females or grade 11 students whom he'll interview. O yan, if you look at the chart, di ba remember, on the top, it talks about the grade level of each particular student. Grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, and grade 12. During that time, they were part of my batch. Ngayon, they are already on different batches pero I don't know where they are now. Pero youth yung science, especially Sir Erwin, Ma'am Rain, if you're listening to this, shout out to you po. Now, in here, I put there the number of males that are in that class from grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, 11, and 12. Yung grade 11 tsaka yung grade 12, I still remember how many males and females are there. Because nung grade 11 ako, there were 6 males. Me, Migs, Ivan, Jake, Paulo, and Ainer. Whereas sa grade 12, ang mga lalaki ay sina Hans, Clarence, Patrick, and Isaac. Then the girls, most of the girls in the grade 12 are STEM. And then sa grade 11, yung mga girls ay si Kathleen, Veronica, Rose, and Marie. Yun. Grade 10, walang boys. Walang girls, walang grade 10. It's all boys. Kasi boy, remember during that time, the grade 10 is just all boys, and there are only a few. And then grade 9, ang daming girls. There are 12 of them. I counted it. Then grade 8, ang daming girls. Grade 7, there are 10 girls lang. So yan. So now, this is how we're going to do this. Let the random variable h represent the number of females or grade 11 students whom we'll interview. So the females are in this column. This, and this. Tapos yung grade 11, ito yun. Pero they're mutually inclusive. So of course, if grade 11, dito siya. And there's an intersection. So we add all the girls and then we add 6 more for the grade 11. That is the satisfaction. So this is how the distribution will go. It's either he will get none of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and up to 10. And this implies a combinational probability. So what is the combination of success? Di ba remember, combination of success times combination of failure divided by the combination of total will give you the probability. So what is the combination of success? So how many students are there? That is what is the combination of success. There are 10 plus 8 plus 12. 10 plus 8 is 18 plus 12 is 30 plus 4, 44, 30. So tama, 50. Ganito kasi yun. Let's add this up all together. So putting up our solution sheet, ganito yun. Sum of grade 7, there are 10 girls. Grade 8, there are 8. Grade 9, there are 12. Grade 10, wala. So you don't need to put that. If you want to put 0, that's optional. And then 4 girls. And then 14. 10 for grade 12. And then 6 for the grade 11. So tama, that's 50. And then the entire, that is for the, ano yun? Satisfaction. Okay? And then for the failure, it's right here. And then for the, ano yun, for the failure, it's right here. And then for the total, we do it like this. The total goes like this. We add up all the numbers that you see in the chart. Diba? So you have here 5 plus 6, 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 4. Diba? So you put there sum. Sum of the males, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 4. Diba? And then plus the females, which are 10, 8, 12, 0. There are no females in grade 10. 4, and 10. What answer did we get? 77. And then from there, we subtract so we can get the failure. And that's 27. So yun talaga yung mangyayari. So now, all we have to do is this. We have here equals the combination of success, which is, how many students are there which is success? 50, C0, 0 pala, 0. Times combine of, what is the failure? 27, diba? That is the failure, diba? So 27, where's the 27? So 27, C, 10. All divided by combine of 77, C, 10. Diba? Because they're out of 77 high school students, Hans will only survey 10 of them. And then this will be the answer, diba? But that is for only 0. Diba? Then we drag it down so that we can get all the other values up to the number 10. Pero that's not yet the answer because we still need to simplify that. So if this is 10, this becomes 9. If this is 1, this becomes 8. For the failure, diba? Then we keep on working on that. 5. And none, diba? And then from there, we sum up all the probabilities together to ensure that we get 1. If we get the answer of 1, therefore, the probability distribution that we're formulating is correct. Did we get that? Yes, we got a 1. So therefore, this is the correct probability distribution table. And that's correct. Now, what we do next? Mabilis lang yun. All we have to do is to just apply the multiplication rule of the random variable of x times its corresponding probability. And then from there, we work it out on the rest. You just drag na lang para mas mabilis. And then we sum everything up so that we can get the answer. So, sum of everything, diba? So, yan. And what answer did we get? The mean is 6.949. And then to get the variance, diba remember sabi ko sa'yo, you already know all the steps for how to get the variance. Let's see if we can do this all together. Okay? So we have this, the random so we have here, whatever answer we get there, minus the mean. Nasaan yung mean namin? Ang mean namin ay nandito, 6.49. We need to put $sign to lock. Oh, not here. Just like that. And then we drag it up. See the box? Then we highlight to drag. Just like that. And that's our variance, step 1. Now, all we have to do for step 2 is to square it. Whatever answer we get, we square it. Then you see the box that you see right here? I-drag mo. Para what you all this mas mabilis. Okay? Para you won't type the same formula again and again and again. Just like that. And last but not least, whatever answer you get here, ano yung gawin namin? I-multiply namin sa probability mismo. Then we add them up all the results. Diba? So yun ang gawin namin. Sum of everything and then we should get this answer. The answer is 2.00, which is the variance. And then we take the square root of this number to get the standard deviation, which is 1.41. And that's it. Diba? Very easy lang talaga yun nangyari. Very easy. Now we already know how to formulate the probability distribution table. Now, let's formulate a histogram. To formulate a histogram, diba remember sabi ko sa'yo, you get the probabilities all in all just like that. I-highlight mo lahat yung probabilities, then click insert, then choose a chart that you want to insert. Diba? Just like that. Diba? Then choose the histogram that you want to make. Diba? But I think that's not even the histogram that I want. So therefore, this should be our histogram. It should look like this. So, let's do a column na lang. Let's try something like this. Yan, di ba? So, it should look like this. Okay. So, now we have already formulated our histogram. Okay? Now, our histogram should look like something like this. And then, di ba, remember to select the data and edit the chart type, di ba? So, we edit our axis label, and our axis label will be from here, the random variable x. Okay? So, that's how you're gonna do it. If you want to make a chart, first, you click on the highlight the data of the probabilities, and then insert chart, then choose the chart that you want. And then, to label the x-axis, click on select data, and then edit x-axis, then highlight all the values of random variable x. And that's it. Diba? And this is your histogram. Yan. Okay? And I think what you is ang labo talaga yung histogram. At tingin mo, very small lang talaga. Very small talaga yung histogram namin. So, yan. So, it should look like this. See? Notice the probabilities. They're very, very, they're very, very, getting there. At ang pinakamataas talaga ay yung 6 at saka yung 7. Well, what do you know? So, yan. That is how you're gonna do it. And then our title, we have to also put the title. So, that's item number 4-4, histogram. That's it. Okay, we're down to the next number. Number 5. Sherlyn Ong and her peers are having fun singing in the karaoke bar of Time Zone. She even takes pictures of the evaluated scores. Di ba remember sa karaoke? Di ba remember pumunta kayo sa Time Zone tapos kumakanta kayo, di ba? So we will go to the karaoke at Time Zone, and then what you hold is magkanta kayo. And then after you're done singing, there's a score that will evaluate how well you sing. Sometimes the score that you will get may be perfect, 100, or pwede mga 99 or 98, something like that. So here are the percentages of scores. We have 60%, 70%, 75%, 80%, 90%, and 95%. Now, here's the trouble catch. Look at these two, 70% and 90%. Tingin mo nangyayari sa dalawa. They're missing. Pero don't you panic. Alam mo bakit? Kasi nga, there's nothing to worry dahil we can still solve for the value of the missing outcome by applying what? Algebra. Pero, ang tanong lang, bakit kailangan tayo mag-algebra? Ganito kasi yun. First of all, nalaman talaga yung mga konsepto dito sa probability distribution table? What are the concepts that you must familiarize in a probability distribution table? The sum of all the probabilities must be equivalent to 1. That is the first condition. Because just as I mentioned, malagi ko na sinabi, kung lahat, in any probability distribution table, let's say for example, all the probabilities, the probability values in the probability distribution table itself, they don't sum up to 1, exactly 1, automatically, hindi siya probability distribution table. So, kailangan dapat ang sum namin ay 1. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. Di ba remember sabi ko sa'yo, it's just like algebra. Ganito kasi yung mangyayari. Di ba you have 1/8 plus x plus 1/5 plus 3/10 plus x plus 9/40. So, we combine like terms by adding up all the fractions. And then, we have 2x. Di ba? And then, whatever answer you get, ganito kasi yun. I'll show you how to do it on paper. So, yan. We have 1/8. Di ba remember ganito siya? 1/8 plus 1/5 plus 3/10 plus 9/40. Looking at the fractions. Remember going back to fractions again, just like when you were in grade 5 or grade 6. So when you add fractions, let's say look at the denominators. They are completely different. Anong kailangan mo gagawin? Ang kailangan mo gagawin ay hanapin ang LCD. Very good. So what do you think is the LCD if you look at all the numbers? 40, di ba? Bakit 40? Kasi nga, di ba, remember, 40 can be divisible by 8 times 5 and then times 10, di ba? So, 40 is our LCD. Okay? So, we factor this out. This will become 2 times 2 times 2. 5. 2 times 5. 5 times 2 times 2. Tama. So, therefore, and then whatever's alike, yun nga talaga yung mangyayari, di ba? So, finding the LCD. Diba? So, we find the pairs. O pwede naman, let's say for example, i-factor namin to find the LCM. Diba? Then we multiply this all together to see if we get the right answer. So we divide that by 8. So 8, this will be 1. 5 will still be there. 10 will still be there. And this will be 5. And then let's divide by 5. Diba? This becomes 1, 1, 2, 1. Diba? So 8 times 5. Tama, that's 40, diba? 40. Yun. So 8 times what to give you 40? 5. So that's 5 out of 40. 5 times what gives you 40? 8, diba? Then 10 times what gives you 44? 3 times 4 is 12. And then 1, 9. Then you just add. So 12 plus 9, 21, 29, 34. So that's 34 out of 40. Pero we need to subtract that from 1. Remember what does 1 stand for? 1 stands for the summation of all probabilities in a distribution. Tama? So, yan. And then, di ba remember, we have 1 minus this outcome. So, 1 minus 34 out of 40. Pero, 1 is a whole number, so we need to translate into a fraction. So, yan. It will go like this. And our answer is supposed to be 6 out of 40. Tama? Pero we still have 2x is equivalent to 6 out of 40, diba? And then all we have to do is to cross multiply. Diba? Ay, diba remember, sabi ko dito, 2x plus the summation of this. Diba remember the summation is 34 over 40, diba? Is equivalent to 40 over 40. And now we subtract. Subtracting both sides by 34 over 40, we should get 2x is equivalent to 6 over 40. So, ang kailangan namin gawin ay divide. So, we must multiply both sides by ano yun? Multiply both sides by ano yun? Or maybe we can simplify the 6 over 40 to 3 over 20 para mas mabilis. So, 2x over 1 is equivalent to 3 over 20. Now, we multiply. 2 times 20x equals 40x. 1 times 3 equals 3. Then divide both sides by 40. X is equivalent to 3 over 40. So therefore, the remaining answer is 3 out of 40. So that's the remaining answer of the last two probabilities. Okay? That are missing. So yun na yung sagot. Or let's say for example, we do this. This will give you 80. And this will become 6. Divide both sides by 80. Then, remember, you will get 6 out of 80, but that can still be reduced to lowest terms, and you will still get the same answer. Tama. Alright? Okay, so now we got our answer. So, therefore, we write the answer in decimal. So, remember, ito yung mangyayari. Remember, ang ginawa ko dito, remember, sabi ko, ang total namin dito ay 1. And then, 1 minus the outcome, diba? So, we did this. I did the for solution of the total minus everything that we have, or the summation of everything, and then whatever answer we get, we divide by 2. So we can get the answer of 0.75, which is the same as, ano yun? 3/4, diba? So 3 out of 40 is equivalent to the same answer. And then on the other side, we get the same answer din, the answer is correct. Yan. And that's correct. Now, we already got all the probabilities. Now, it's time to get the mean. To get the mean, ang kailangan namin gawin ay i-multiply na namin yung random variable and the product. But because this percent, I'm afraid we might get even a bigger decimal. So, kailangan namin, we need to, ano yun? We need to simplify the decimal. Or pwede naman, let's say, we can just do it na lang like this. 60 na lang. Diba? No, that's in percent. Or maybe we'll just have to do this. So that's how it's meant to be done. And then from there, we do sum of everything. So sum of this outcome, diba? This one. Sum of all the numbers here. No, not this one. That one is from B. B na lang. B. Did we get that? Yan. So B222 to G222. And we should get the mean of 81. Am I right? So yan. So that's the mean score that people can get. 81. And now, we now solve for the variance. Mabilis lang to. So minus 81 because it's already depicted. Pero what you call is that's percentage. So hindi pwede dapat percentage. So dapat no amount. Yan. Then we drag everything so that we can get the mean. Diba? Yan. The variance step 1. Then for the variance step 2, we square it. Square na namin yung sagot. Then we drag it up all together. Up to the end. Just like that. And then right after that, yun nga, we do the multiplying of the corresponding probability. Just like that. Then we drag. Just like this. And then we sum everything up all together. Sum. Then, click everything up. Just like that. And we should get the variance of 159. Taking the square root of that number, we should get the standard deviation. And yun. So the standard deviation is 12.6. Now to make the histogram. To make the histogram, diba remember, these are the probabilities that you will get, diba? Ito na yung mga probabilities. So we click there, insert, then click on the chart. And then you can change the chart type if you like. Like column. You want a column like this, diba? So yan. And it should look like this. And then selecting your data, you should get, ano yun? Your column should be this one, the scores, diba? From 60 all the way to 100. So yan, diba? Yan. Diba? Pero although there's no label. So yun. Sayang lang, that's not it. Pero never mind, okay na yan. And then all we have, and yun na. So that is our histogram for item number 4-5. Yun. That's it. Halfway there.